largely because we are looking at the kind of techniques that pilots should really learn on a PPL course, as opposed to, using the circular slides rule and then qualifying and going out and buying themselves an iPad. So what we really want to do is to integrate the use of tablets, iPads, that kind of thing, into things like the navigation training. So the core handling skills will pretty much stay the same, but the operation of the aircraft will evolve. 10 years ago, I spoke to the chairman of the CAA about employing greater use of GPS to allow GA pilots to fly GPS approaches into general aviation airfields without all the need for air traffic and complicated procedures. I showed him what the French have done and gave the French AIC to him, and only recently, so 10 years later, the CAA have now embarked upon, and they are consulting on, how we can use GPS for guidance into GA airfields. This is a great step forward, but it's taken too long to get here. The important thing is that the UK maintains its position in the world in terms of the respect that it gets regards to the quality of flying training that we do. So we need to be 21st century in our approach to flying training. The rest of the world looks at the UK because of its good safety record and basically says we want what they've got. And I think what we need to do through AOPA is to export some of that expertise, particularly to Middle East and to places like China. Most regulators are risk averse. If there is any chance of a risk, they tend to shy away from it. So with the example of GPS, the problem has always been that the signal is provided by an American system. So the air traffic service has no quality control over the signal and therefore are risk averse to that. So since the application of the European EGNOS, the European Geostationary Navigation Overlay System, where Europe has now some quality control over the signal, the risk has gone away a little bit, and therefore they are more willing to look at how the signalling space could be used to improve safety. I think for most pilots, what we do is off the radar. It's kind of something that they know is happening, but don't see the relevance to themselves. Why should they be bothered? And you can look at that through the lens of the problems with aerodromes. When an aerodrome has a problem, it's very difficult to get pilots in one part of the country to support that aerodrome. So for a lot of people, they don't see the connection between what we do at the political end and the regulatory end as being somehow relevant to their own activity of flying. Well, of course, strength comes from numbers, and the more members we have, the stronger we can be as an organisation, the more resources we have and the better job we can do.